stoked to be here at Cornell. Thanks for having us. Are we recording? Yeah? All right, good. Because I know a lot of you guys probably know me for my dignified career as an actor. But I'm curious now, how many of you guys actually do know about HitRecord? Because I talk to a lot of people, that they're like, I know you do this thing, HitRecord, and I follow your HitRecord Joe stuff, but I don't really know what it is, which is completely fine, of course. But I'm curious, does that ring a bell for some of you? Yeah. Good. So let me explain. It started about 8 years ago. It's just something I would say to myself. At that time, I've been an actor ever since I was a little kid, and I had quit acting to go to college. And I dropped out of college. Dropping out of college. When I dropped out, I tried to become an actor again. Tried to start, working, and no one would give me a job. That's the truth for a long time, because I wanted to, challenge myself as an artist and, do movies that really interested me, and everyone else just wanted me to be on another sitcom and make a lot of money, and that didn't interest me. And I realized at that time, I couldn't leave it up to other people to allow me to be creative. Are you an actor? Whoever shrieks right there? Well, because it's true about being an actor. If someone doesn't hire you, you're kind of fucked. As opposed to being like a novelist or a painter or something where you can just do your shit on your own. And that's where HitRecord started for me. The red, round record button on video cameras became this symbol for me. Because I'd always played with video cameras in my families since I was a kid, and making little videos or recording little songs or writing stories. I always loved doing that too. And at that time, I started saying HitRecord, just a thing that I would say to myself. I mean, I have to take responsibility for my own ability to be creative. And it went from there. My brother and I set up this little website to put some videos I had made on. It was called hitrecord.org. And, very slowly, this little, isn't that cute? There was a little community started forming up around it, and very gradually it grew. And what I noticed right away, though, was rather than people just talking about the videos that I had made, it was way more interesting when people were making things together. Because I think that's the coolest thing in the world. The most valiant thing you can do as an artist is to inspire someone else to express themselves. That's cooler than box office or awards or good reviews or anything. There's a quote from Bryan. He said, "The Velvet Underground never had a hit, but everybody who ever heard them went out and started a band." And I always liked that. But anybody know who Bryan is? Anybody know who the Velvet? It's good. So that's what we started to try to do, is get people to make things together within this little community. And it started happening, slowly but surely. And after a few years, it was happening pretty well. And I was like, wow, we're making some kind of cool stuff. And then I was like, what if we could do this professionally? If we could take this collaborative process going on in this online community and do grand-scale productions with it. So that's what we did. And it was a couple years ago now, 2010, that we launched it as what we call an open collaborative production company, which means that anybody can join and contribute to these collaborative projects that we do. And rather than just being like, here's what I made, admire it, people come on and work together. And we've made all sorts of shit. We've put out DVDs with our short films on them. We've put out records with our music. We have a book deal. In fact, one of our books just came out the other day, called The Tiny Book of Tiny Stories, Volume 2. And we've been doing these live shows now for a few years. Our first one was at Sundance 2010, and it was for 99 people. Then by last year, we had worked up to doing a show at a big-ass theater in downtown LA. And now, we're doing this whole tour of big-ass theaters. And here we are tonight at Cornell. I gotta say, is arguably the most impressive-looking theater we've ever done. Truly. So, what are we gonna do here tonight? Yeah, there are the lights. Hey, look at that. See, I mean, look at this place. We got the columns. And it goes all the way around. And all the way over here. They totally beat you. So what are we going to do here tonight? First of all, I'm going to play you a bunch of short films that we've made. Everything we've made, everything you're going to see here tonight is stuff that was made by this community. You know, different people from all over the world coming together on this site and working together. But I don't want to just play you a bunch of finished stuff. I'm not here to just put on a show and then you guys sit there and watch. That's a lot less interesting. What I want to do is make things together. So, that is why. Oh, you're so funny, dude. We can't have babies because you're a dude. When I came out here at the beginning and I asked you, are we recording? That was a sincere question. I want you guys, how many people here have cameras? I know more of you have cameras than that. Everybody has a camera, it's either on your phone. I mean, you don't have to have a nice ass HD thing like this. Even if it's on your phone, it works because I have a little bit of an announcement to make. All right? We haven't talked about this at all yet in public, but we are developing HitRecord into a television show. I'm super fucking excited about this. So it's gonna be, I can't tell you a lot of details about it yet because we haven't made the big official announcement. But this tour is sort of a test drive for the TV show. And it's gonna be like a variety show. We'll have our short films, we'll have live performances, we'll have music and animation and conversations, and a lot of it's gonna be based in these live experiences. Sort of like, how in the Chappelle show or in the Louis show, it starts out with a guy on a stage and then he throws to a scene or to a sketch or something like that. It'll be kind of like that, except rather than being shot by a camera crew, it'll be shot by everyone in the fucking room. That's what I mean when I say, are you recording? I need you to take your cameras out and record what happens in this room tonight. Because I got my camera, I'm shooting. I have 3 people here who are working for me who are shooting this, but that's only 4 angles. And that's traditional television, and that's fine that, we had 4 angles on Third Rock from the Sun. But imagine what it would look like if, I think there's like 1,200 some people in this room. Imagine if we had 1,200 angles. Because that's possible, because if you record what happens tonight, you upload it to our site, there's a whole community full of people who are going to download what you've done, download what you've shot, start editing it, start remixing it into other works of art, and start putting it together into episodes of our TV show. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I want to redo this entrance bit, okay? This is for the TV show. All right, now this is going to be your first chance of the night to do a little bit of acting. I want you guys to act like you're really excited to see me. But more importantly than that, I want you to take out your cameras and record it, okay? I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna come down into the house. I'm gonna point my camera at you and I just wanna see a wall of cameras, all right? Will you do that? Are you recording? Are you recording? Let's do it again.
Travel this year the roads to romance, to places you have always wanted to go. It will be your magic carpet. that will carry you to the land of your heart's desire.
At this time, we'd like to remind you, please turn on all recording devices. Thank you.
Is it Gordon-Levitt?
We'll get it throughout the night. All right, now we're going to record like an intro bit for the episode of TV, all right? You gonna be ready? It's going to go like this. All right. Now, okay, applaud me in. Joe here. Tonight's episode is regarding the road. Now I'm here at Cornell University. We're in the middle of a week-long tour called HitRecord on the road. And tonight I want to talk about roads, paths, journeys, trips of all sort, made of asphalt or otherwise. And in fact, someone was just writing something to the old Twitter about the road. Is Lons 483 here? Yeah? Is that you? Come on up here. Liar. Where is Lons 483? Oh, hey, come on up, I want to talk to you. Hustle. Pleasure to meet you. What's your name? Alana. Nice to meet you. Can we hear it for Alana, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Now you wrote something I really liked, and it goes like this. A person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. Now, that's a quote from an old poet named Jean de La Fontaine. Now, do you want to elaborate? What made you write that down?
I saw the thing that said tweet.
Right.
I went on Google and I looked at quotes about the road.
Okay. That's honest. No, I'm glad you're being truthful. I'll never lie to you guys either. But why did you like that one?
I mean, I feel like it just personifies everyone's life, I guess.
All right.
Me personally.
Because, like, me personally, it reminded me of me in a lot of ways. Like, it says, I'll always talk about myself. No, because it says, someone will often meet their destiny on the road they took to avoid it. And actually, especially being here at a university, it reminds me of my trip to college. Because I quit acting because I wanted to go to school and I wanted to just do what everybody else was doing. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to be an actor. And then after 2 years of school, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to be an actor. So, I don't know, is there any kind of road you think that you're trying to avoid that you think you're going to end up with?
Probably not as big of a scale.
What? But there's no real scale to being an actor, it's just a fucking actor. And you guys are probably going to grow up and do things a lot more important than what I'm doing.
I mean, I've always wanted to be a doctor, but my grades aren't that great. I keep telling my parents that I want to change my major and I don't want to do this anymore. want to transfer, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, like, first of all, we're paying for this, so no. Second of all, you work too hard to just give up, so.
You want to give up or you want to do something different? Those are two different things.
Different.
Right. Different than pre-med? Is that what you're talking about?
Like business, which is maybe 1,000 times easier. Sorry,
so let me get this straight. You want to go into business instead of, like make money instead of like heal people because it's easier?
That's the struggle.
Right.
Like, a doctor, it's just really fucking hard.
Right. Well, I mean,
that's what my mom's doing.
I'm gonna be honest, like my job is really fun, but I'll also level with you, it's hard fucking work. Like I work really hard at this. Yeah. Thank you. So, get your ass in gear and fucking do it.
Let's do it!
I like that. I always appreciate honesty. That's not honesty. That's fantasy. By the way, that's not an invitation for anybody else to say anything stupid like that. Oh, come on, this is gonna be cool. Listen, I want to play you some short films. This first one is actually a really good example of how we can take something that happens at a live event like this and turn it into something more, turn it into a short film or turn it into a segment of television, and all the more reason to record what goes on here tonight, all right? Check it out.
Hey Joe, before you go,
Yeah?
you should remind people.
Oh yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, my producer Jared Gellett, can I hear it for him? Thank you, Jared, for reminding me. Yes, so as you might have noticed during the pre-show, we were asking you guys to write to Twitter about the road, and that was my favorite thing that anybody had written. And to be honest, there wasn't a whole lot else. But the reason I'm reminding you is I want to bring more people up tonight to keep talking about this, all right? So, if you want to come up here and talk on stage and, be in our show, write something good, write something incisive, write something funny. You guys are smart, right? You're going to a good school. You can write something good, right? Yeah? They're like, all we do is write smart things. Somebody's gonna write something good, right? All right. You hashtag your HitRecord on the road, all right? So work on that. In the meantime, watch these.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have a round of applause for Mr. Gary Oldman?
This is called The Man with a Turnip for a Head. This fellow called Fred, instead of a head, had a turnip on top of his neck. And the children would jeer, and he looked pretty queer, and the grown-ups would shout, bloody eggs. 'Twas a troublesome sight to go walking at night and stumble upon this strange chap. So to stem the surprise, he shot onlookers' eyes. Fred fashioned himself a large cap. Then he drove into town, but with his hat down, he couldn't see where he was headed. A terrible crash turned Fred's head to mash. Yes, he was most certainly deaded. The moral herein is that one cannot win when ashamed of one's natural quirks. So parade them with pride, never hide them inside, for fear of offending life's jerks.
was having a day nap, and I had a dream that you bought me a dragon egg. And I woke up and said, "Where's my dragon egg?" And you were like, "What dragon egg?" And I slowly remembered and said, "Oh, nothing," and felt stupid.
This is in regards to the song Electric Loss, which features on HitRecord's vinyl record, Move On the Sun.
It doesn't matter that she's leaving you on. She is unstoppable in love, but she never seems to get enough.
Here's how you can contribute to this collaboration. Dancers, we want you to dance to this song. You can dance to just a section of the song or to the entire thing. Ideally, you would record yourself in front of a neutral background or in front of a green screen. Thank you.
Electric love, electric love.
All right, now who wants to dance? As Metaphor said, she's the one who wrote and sang this song, and we want to make a music video of people dancing to the song, all right? Now we're going to have a little bit of a tryout session here. So if you want to get up on stage and dance, get up out of your seat right now. Let's turn the music up a bit and show me what you got. Let's see it. Then do it. Who's dancing? Come on, let's see. Alright, I want to see some sophisticated moves. Yeah, you're dope. Go up on stage. Yeah. That's it. Oh yeah, definitely you. Alright. Who else? Yeah, flower shirt. Here we go. We feeling loose? Oh, whoops. Wait, one more thing. Turn the music back on. Give me the panda and the duck. So, in every show we have there's a contract called a rider, which dictates what this house, what this institution has to provide for our show, like the speakers and the lights and things like that. And our fantastic stage manager, Lala, puts in a little detail just to make sure that they're reading it. So we put in dancing pandas. And this is the only place, the only venue where we showed up, and there were sorry, we only had one panda suit. We know you specified plural dancing panda. All right, next. I'm gonna play you a short film in which I acted in front of a green screen, just like that one. Here it is.
How do I explain the Strawberry Bootlaces? Well, I suppose they are a kind of licorice. They're thin strands of red, chewy stuff that's meant to taste like strawberry, but just like every other strawberry-flavored thing, they don't really taste like strawberry. They're still delicious, however, and you can find them in plenty of shops, watching, waiting to catch a customer's fancy. So you see them, and you buy a pack of them, intending to share, or at least make them last, but you end up eating the whole bag in an afternoon. Sated, you relax in the knowledge of a few pence well spent. Then you realise when your parents call you in for dinner that there's no way you can manage a full meal after consuming such a quantity of confectionery, and that in this moment you are experiencing the exact mythical instance of spoiling your dinner, of which you were warned so many times as a child, but it's too late now, and you can't lose face by admitting your parents were right to keep quiet and eat the whole meal and even have second and third helpings just to hide the shame that your parents can't see, which you imagine is so evident in your every movement. Sweaty, nervous, you shovel every new mouthful of wholesome, home-cooked family food into your trembling mouth, and though you were full after just a few bites, you can neither spit it out nor stop eating. You spend the rest of the evening certain that you're either going to throw up or split at the sides, and you go to throw away the wrapper, but you notice, to your delight and horror, that there is something in there still. Something red and stringy. There is a single Strawberry Bootlace still inside the wrapper, and in spite of your already full to bursting stomach and your sense of self-disgust, you triumphantly peel the final sticky remnant from the pack and eat it, savouring every last drop of artificial flavouring and knowing for sure that there can be no benevolent God that would allow such magnificent unhappiness to flourish in the form of a mere child's treat. That, my friend, is a Strawberry Bootlace.
It was almost late November. I decided to live in a tree. And you came to visit me.
Regular Joe here. I want to start a collaboration right now regarding the road. This is a classic theme. It's the story of the journey. You could be on the road home. You could be getting the hell out of Dodge. Or maybe the road isn't a physical path at all. Maybe it's something metaphysical. It's something mental or spiritual. Some kind of trip for those looking to find themselves, find each other. What does the road mean to you? What experiences have you had on the road? And how are you different once you got to the end of your journey? Or did you ever get to the end? Is there an end other than the end that we're all kind of heading towards? And even that, maybe that's some kind of road, and who knows what. Obviously, there's a lot of great stories that have been inspired by the road. Of course, there's On the Road, the great novel of the Beat Generation, Kerouac. People tend to call the Odyssey sort of the classic road trip journey story. But obviously, there's a million road stories, especially movies. You got an Act 1, and you don't know where to go from there, get on the road. So let's start making some stuff revolving around these ideas regarding the road. We got a few good ones. So, I want to speak to Fifth Day Food. Yeah, come on now. And, no, not that one. Cough Island. Yeah, Joe, come on. And Bryan Gibbs. Hey. Go, stand over here. Step right up, my dear. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Zoe.
Zoe, nice to meet you. I'm Joe. So, Zoe wrote, I just put it back in my pocket. Zoe wrote, let's see, which one are you?
Fifth Day Food.
You're Fifth Day Food. So you wrote, everyone thinks of the road less traveled, but Robert Frost really wrote about the road not taken. Okay, so what do you mean? What's the difference between those two?
Well, when people think of the great Robert Frost poem, they think of two diverging paths in a yellow wood.
Right.
One that everyone's walked on and one that you think that he takes, which is the road less traveled. So a lot of people think of the moral of the poem as being about taking the road that not a lot of people take, but in reality, the poem is titled The Road Not Taken. So I always wonder, is he dwelling on the past or really looking towards the future?
Right. Like, oh shit, I should have taken that road, but I didn't do it.
I mean, why would you title a poem that if you're not actually thinking about it?
Yeah, you're right. So is there a road for you that you don't feel like you took?
There are probably a lot of roads, but I'm actually kind of happy on the one that I'm on. I think a lot of people at Cornell look pre-professionally. They're like, oh, I want to be a doctor, or I want to be something, I don't know. I'm an English major, and I'm really because it means I don't have to know what I want to do with my life, and I can stay on the road, and I don't have to dwell about the past because I don't have to make any choices, because with English, you can do anything. At least that's the plan. So,
right on. Well, that sounds like a good plan. Let's hear it for it. And you.
Yeah.
So which one did you write? Let's see. Did you write, are you, no. I gotta get this better. Are you Cough Island?
Cho. It's pronounced Cho.
Oh, okay, thanks. Got it, Cho. You're right, that is a CH. Please forgive me.
It's all good.
Cho Island. All right, cool. What's your name?
David.
David. I'm Joe. Nice to meet you, Cho. So, he says, the road less traveled is often less traveled for a reason. All right, so what do you mean by that?
Well, I really wanted to get on the stage first of all.
Right.
But the first thing that came up was the same Robert Frost poem. And I was thinking to myself, well, it's less traveled because when he's talking about the forest, I always imagine it as, it's a little bit more risky. There's not a lot of people going there because people don't know what's on the other side. And you can either decide to go where less people have gone, where no one's really gone before, or you can decide to go on the same path that everyone else has and never really find out why no one else is taking that path.
Right. All right, but you said sometimes the road less traveled is that way for a reason.
Right.
So you're saying like maybe you should just kind of stick to the way everybody else does it.
Right, because you don't know what's going on. So if you want to make sure of knowing where you're going, knowing where your final destination is, maybe you should just stick on that. But it's all up to you, I guess, really.
I guess that's true. So which road do you think, which road do you think you're on? The one Less traveled or the one not taken?
See, for me, that's kind of where I'm at the point. I'm kind of at the fork in the road because I'm in the ILR school.
Wait, what's that?
It's the... we initialize everything here at Cornell, and it stands for Industrial and Labor Relations. Basically, I just want to go to law school. But I've also started recently, in the last 5 months, a sports journalism blog with a couple of friends.
All right.
And I don't know, I'm just really into writing about sports, covering it, analyzing it, but it's two completely different fields.
Right.
And I don't know which one to take because right now it's like everyone I know, like my parents, me, I've always wanted to go to law school, but I'm also finding this passion and this love for sports journalism, so.
Why have you always wanted to go to law school?
I don't know, as a
That's
kid.
not a good answer.
I read...
Why do you want to do sports journalism?
I want to do sports journalism. I grew up in Pittsburgh, so I was a huge Steelers fan. There we go. I grew up a huge sports fan, and it was just a great time for family because my dad would work throughout the week, my mom would teach piano, but every Sunday for like 3 hours we'd be able to get together, watch some sports, talk about it. And when I'm covering sports on my own with my friends, I can kind of feel that same passion, that togetherness you get.
All right, so I'm not telling you what to do, dude, but here's what I heard. Why do you want to go to law school? I don't know. Why do you want to do sports journalism? Because it means a lot to me, because like, it makes me feel good, and like, I don't know, what do you think? I gotta talk to this guy. Good to see you, bro. We got lots of pictures. All right. And you wrote, you wrote, are you Bryan Gibbs, I presume? All right. Pleasure to meet you, I'm Joe. Nice to meet you. So you wrote, I love traveling and the road, but to be honest, nothing beats home. I think I picked that one because I've been on the road for almost a week now, and I gotta say, I'm sort of feeling you on that. So, you want to elaborate? Are you about to go home for the holidays?
I am actually, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going home for Thanksgiving to see my family.
Yeah. You sound really, really excited about it.
To be honest, I'm really tired. I've had a really long month semester. It's really hard here, right? I just want to take a little time off and relax.
And go home.
Finals. Yeah.
Right. I understand. And it's kind of all I want to do too, dude. I gotta say, I'm pretty tired myself. I haven't stopped working. Like, I haven't taken any time off in like a couple of years. Yeah. We should probably just go.
We can go right now.
Yeah, you want to like go play video games or something?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Cool. We're gonna peace out. Let's hear it for Bryan. I felt the same way when I was in school towards finals. I was like, it's nice. Right, so now, we have 2 sponsors on this tour. And I just want to talk about them for a second. Here's the thing. HitRecord's not about making money. You know, if I wanted to maximize profits, I wouldn't start an open collaborative production company. I would, you know, make horror movies or something like that. Not that there's anything wrong with horror movies. But there's a really great quote from Walt Disney, actually, who said, we don't make movies to make money, we make money to make more movies. And that's the truth. You know, it costs money to have HitRecord be on its feet, to have the website be up online, to put on shows like this, go on this tour, put out our different publications and stuff. All that costs money. So that's why we make money. And so to have 2 really great sponsors that support us and let us do exactly what we want to do and just like lend their support, it's fucking awesome. So one of them is Sony. And I'm not lying, and I'm not just saying this because I'm being sponsored by them. This seriously is my favorite camera I've ever had. And the other one is Levi's, and I wear this shit anyway. So, Sony, by the way, also I know lent out a whole bunch of cameras that are in the audience tonight, and they gave us James, who's helping me like put together all this shit and make this camera go on this screen and all that stuff. They've been fucking awesome. So can I hear it for Sony, please? Now, this next short film I want to play you is actually a collaboration that Levi's in particular wanted to focus on. And it's regarding the theme of outsiders. And what's interesting, I think, is Levi's was picturing outsiders like, oh yeah, it'll be like sexy James Dean, like Holden Caulfield, outsiders. Which, you know, is cool, and I, you know, like that shit too. But the truth about it is, if you ever really been an outsider, it's not sexy, it's not romantic. It can really suck balls. Whether you don't fit in at school, or you're being persecuted in your country for your beliefs, being an outsider can you know, be very difficult. And I really appreciate that even though this short film is a tragedy about those downsides of being an outsider, it's still being supported by Levi's. It's called Mademoiselle Noir, and check it out.
A man came across this old tower one day. It was straight like from a book he once read. He lifted his head up and saw this young lady, and here's what the lady said. Moi je m'appelle Mademoiselle Noire, et comme vous pouvez le voir, je ne souris ni rire. Et c'est tout ce qu'elle a dit. So scared he could only run away. He ran to the top and said, I just saw a lady with the longest dark hair, and I think she's a living dead. The people so scared took their guns and their swords. They ran to the tower and bed. They saw the pale lady and felt a great fear when they heard how she said it again. Mademoiselle Noire, comme vous pouvez le voir, je suis et c'est tout ce qu'elle a dit. People, they knew what this all was about. She was clearly a demon from hell. They decided to set her long hair on fire. In the end it would burn her as well. But the lady was no demon, she was a lone stone, just like in that book they once read. Still waiting for her prince while her hair was on fire. The one last time she said, moi je m'appelle Mademoiselle Noire, et comme vous pouvez le voir, je ne souris ni ris ni vis. Et c'est tout ce qu'elle a dit.
We'll swap once I get back on stage.
We have all these new tiny stories that we're going to publish in this new tiny book of tiny stories, and I figured maybe here tonight we could record some voiceover for you. And I hear that there's this HitRecord named here, and she's fantastic. All right, everybody recording?
The Wicked Witch. As the sugar cube sank in the cup of tea, he did his best Wicked Witch of the West. He screamed.
a tiny book of Tiny Stories Volume 2 is out, and we're going to need to make some tiny film versions of the Tiny Stories again. So voiceover artists, choose a story and do a few takes of it, do a few interpretations, record it. Let's go. Wait. That's not what I meant. What was that? Clicking fingers. I was trying to be like, yeah, let's go. Let's forget it.
That was Wiro. He started the Tiny Stories collaboration. Anybody familiar with our Tiny Books of Tiny Stories? Sweet. So I want to record a tiny film of a tiny story here tonight. All right. So I'm gonna need some volunteers. But first, let's just look at the story that I wanna interpret. All right. It goes. This is a bit of a sad one, kinda. Or she's really high. One last time I look around as I am lifted off this ground for good. So, I have a sort of an unconventional idea of how I want to shoot this. Alright? But first what I'm going to need is 3 great actors. Alright? So, here's what we're going to do. Wait, I came over that side last time. I'm going to come over to this side this time. So, here's what I want. When I give you the mic, just say something in a cool voice or something like that, all right? She already put her hand down. All right, what do you got?
I want to go up.
That's not a good one, sorry. Who else? Who else? Yeah.
Please choose me.
Come on. Do something cool, like you're like, now is the winter of our discontent, make glorious summer by the earth. You know, give me something good. Are there any actors that can do that? Excuse me, that's a politician. I'm talking about actors. Right here? Yeah? Let's see, what do you got?
Yeah, I would like to be up there.
Yeah, alright, cool. Come on. That was a good accent, but don't tell me about how you want to be on stage. You gotta say something more. Yeah,
I will be back.
alright. You and who else? Who else? Oh, we said now. Help me, James. Help me, James. Good actors, come on. Who's gonna like really give a good performance? Really good. Yeah, you good? Ready? Let's hear it then.
Harry Potter? Gryffindor!
Alright, now, for this idea to work, I'm also gonna need, here, can you take this? For this idea to work, I'm also gonna need 4 people with a lot of strength. I need 4 jocks. Are there any jocks here? Jocks, let's look up in the balcony for any, are there any jocks here? Yeah, are you really a jock? What do you do? All right, you dude in the back waving your hand. Yeah, you. Yep, you. Come on down. Who else? Jocks. Yeah, you. You. And who else? Jocks. 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 You? Yeah, you. Yeah. You couldn't dance, but you could probably lift somebody. 1, 2, 3. We need one more. One more. You? Yeah, can you lift? All right. Cool. All right, now. So, this is the plan. Let's move these wires out of the way. Who's our first actor? Wait, I mixed up the actors and the jocks. Who are the actors? Yeah, okay, cool. Who wants to go first? All right. You lay down right here with your head down there. Yeah, lay down. With your head right there. Yeah, on your back. On your back, like this. All right. So learn the story there. It goes, one last time I look around as I'm lifted off this ground for good. Okay? We're switching cameras. All right, so now, jocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gather around him. My dear, what's your name?
Claire.
Can we hear it for Claire, ladies and gentlemen? Now, Claire, in order for this to work, you're gonna have to keep your body tight while you read the story so that they can lift you up easy, all right?
Yeah.
All right, now, I'm gonna be the photographer here. And we zoomed out. Okay. Let's get a cool. Can we get my camera on the screen?
Does she know the story?
Hey, Claire, do you know the story? Alright, ready? Okay, guys, lift your legs. And when I say action, you all are gonna lift her up really slowly. And as we lift her up, she's gonna read this. She's gonna recite the story. Okay? All right. So let's get down.
Hi, guys.
Now don't. Now wait. I didn't say action yet. Now lean your heads back because you're all in the way of the shot. Yeah. Good. All right. Claire, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. When I say action. Okay. Ready? And action.
One last time, I look around as I am lifted off the ground for good.
All right, let's hear it for Claire. Excellent job, excellent job. Next. Lay down. Lay down. Now, I know it's a little distracting to have 4 dudes lifting you up. But try to put a little whimsy or, feeling into it. Yeah, all right? Okay. Oh, yeah, and what's your name, dude? Andrew. Andrew. Let's hear it for Andrew, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, assume the positions. Lean your heads back. Yeah, good. Okay, ready, guys? And action.
One last time, I look around as I am lifted off this ground for good!
Yeah, there we go! That's good, that's good. I hope I'm that enthusiastic as I'm lifted off this ground for good. One more, what's your name, my dear?
Nicole.
Let's hear it for Nicole, ladies and gentlemen. She's like, what the fuck did I volunteer for? You didn't tell me about all this. All right, ready? Okay. Heads back, heads back. Heads back. Ready? And action.
One last time I look around and lift up the scrub for good.
Okay, wait. One more time. Take two. I can understand you. It was the scarf that was fucking you up. Lay down. One more time. You got the story? You're gonna say it in a clear tone? Alright, heads back.
I forgot the line already.
What did she say? Oh, okay. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, and action.
One last time I look around as I lift off the ground for good.
Alright, good. That's good. Let's hear it for the Jocks. Nicely done. Well done all around. That was the first time we tried that. Who's up for some political satire? Glad to hear that. This one is called Jelly Babies.
A modest proposal, Jellybaby version, climate forest, for preventing the children of Jellyfolk and Jellyland from being a burden to their parents or country, and for making them beneficial to the public. It was 40 years ago, or more, that we pioneering patriots first landed on the slippery shores of Jellyland. Our colonization of these gelatinous peoples was not without its trials, but ultimately, our bold endeavor was considered a great success. The Jellyfolk were liberated from their archaic practices, freed from the tyranny of free will, and assimilated into civilized society with only the merest mutterings of genocide. However, recent times have delivered great hardship to our near and dear neighbors. Many a time have I slid along the slippery streets of Jellyland and seen female jellies begging for alms, with a litter of little jelly babies huddled around them, near translucent with hunger. This juvenile jelly generation faces a bleak future, while their mothers must demean themselves to the level of beggars just to feed the growing jelly tots. It is a travesty, and one that must end. Forthwith, I have a proposal. And luckily, with a little paternal pragmatism, these poor paupers can be lifted out of their impoverishment and into the thriving throngs of the working class. I have been told that a young jelly baby is at its tenderest around the age of 1, just before it matures into a jelly tot. So, this is when I suggest we...
Now, that short film is still sort of a work in progress, in my estimation, because there's some public domain footage in there, which is perfectly legal to use, but I'd like to get it so that it was just our footage. And I was thinking, maybe we could get a whole bunch of flickering lights going on in this room. So if you guys have your cameras, or your phones, or your fireballs or magic wands or things like that, and we can kill the house lights. Get those down here. We haven't been in a theater this shape before. So, next one I want to play you. All the stuff you've seen here tonight is stuff that, like I said, came together throughout a collaborative process on our site. How many people are artists here tonight? That's great. Do they have like a cool film program here? Arts, writing, is there a good writing program here? All right, so I want to just specifically show you how this came together so that you can maybe get a better sense of how you could get involved. This next one, it started with a recorder named Sophie Rumi, who contributed a record she called The Journey of Janine. And it started with a drawing of Janine, and Sophie Rumi wrote a little bit about her. And then this other artist, Myrtle, by the way, they don't know each other at all. Myrtle found this and really liked it. Myrtle's an illustrator too, also one of our resident curators, and so she was like, this is really good, I'm gonna develop this world more. And she started drawing things for the world, and she also had the idea to pair it with this song that was already on the site. The song was called Iterations by an artist named Metaphorist. In fact, the same singer who did that dance song, Electric Love. And then other musicians started orchestrating Metaphorist's song. This one
This one guy, Robo J, took all the different instruments and put them together. And then an animator named Fajiga Jiga, that is his name. Though for years I called him Fajigajiga, which I kind of prefer. But he likes being called Fajiga Jiga, so he's gonna be pissed. What the fuck? But he's a stellar animator, and he took visual contributions from all over the site, and he put them together into this short film. And I'm really proud of it. It's called Iterations. Check it out. We wrote and directed Looper, and we started this collaboration regarding loops. I'm going to play you a video of a bunch of the different contributions that have come into this collaboration so far. But I also want to bring you guys up and have a little conversation about this theme as well. So write to Twitter, hashtag your tweets, HitRecord loops. I will be right back. The class of 2004. When everyone was just like, we're going to go make a bunch of money. Sweet. Well, thanks you guys for that. I want to do one last thing. Our show's almost done. And thank you. One last contribution to our Loops collaboration. And this is by an artist named Papina. And she's from Finland. And she's emerged really strongly recently on HitRecord. She actually wrote and sang the song Mademoiselle Noire that played earlier tonight. And she even did the In the Flickering Lights one where someone's rubbing on the glasses to make that music. That was her hands. And she also wrote this great song and contributed it to this Loops collaboration. Check it out.
And then when we reach the end, we can still pretend that we can go back again to where we began. And then when we reach the end, we can still pretend that we can go back again to where we began. And then when we reach the end, we can still pretend that we can go back again to where we began.
I heard for Jeff Pat was making the loops work.